Thank you very much for viewing this video. Firstly, I want to talk about my interest in Wellspring. Through talking with a former behavioral coach and reading the Wellspring Weight Loss Plan, I'm convinced that your plan is a scientific, sustainable, and meaningful plan that I want to share with my friends and my family members. I want to share it firstly because I believe it can really help people lose weight. For example, finding lovable food that loves you back makes great sense to me, as I know very well how my mother struggles with food in her attempts to lose weight. For her, food is a very important coping strategy. Instead of abandoning snacking altogether, I believe she will find it much more tolerable sticking to eating low-density food. Another reason why I want to introduce your plan to others is that I believe it is a good example that can help people understand how psychological knowledge can help them. I have always been passionate about introducing psychology to others. Through my experience talking and blogging, I know that the more specific my recommendations are, the more likely that my friends will try them out, and the easier they can benefit. Also, the more meaningful the changes are for my friends, the more likely that they will turn to psychology for help when they encounter new problems. Therefore, I have always been looking for plans that are clear, strong, and meaningful. And I believe the Wellspring plan is exactly such an example. Out of the same passion of introducing psychology to others, I have always been interested in establishing an organization that promotes psychology and helps people benefit from it. I find a lot of similarities between the Wellspring Academies and the kind of organization that I want to establish. In addition, Wellspring's strict training and highly structured schedules for behavioral coaches convince me that it is a highly professional and reliable organization. I am eager to join Wellspring and get inspirations for my long-term goal. Last but not least, my personal strivings for healthier lifestyle works in harmony with the camp's goal. My efforts will encourage the campers, and the campers' efforts will also encourage me. My counseling-related experience. In the coming semester, I am taking a counseling course. The course will not only discuss the theories of counseling, but will also require the students to practice counseling with each other. The professor will act as supervisor and provide regular feedbacks. Last semester, I designed a cognitive behavioral intervention plan to enhance my physical activities. I am very proud of the plan because it is highly individualized to address my academic anxiety, which sometimes interferes with my regular exercise. I discovered that my anxiety level tends to be the highest before I reach the school sports center and start working out. So I heavily reinforced the behaviors such as sorting out sports gears and going from home to the sports center. I believe that my ability to carefully examine idiosyncratic problems and design individualized plans will be very helpful for the campers at Wellspring. In junior year, I also hosted monthly workshops for university students on topics such as interpersonal skills and stress coping skills. In the workshops, I led group activities and facilitated the participants to discuss their thoughts and feelings. Also, when I was volunteering in the junior high school, I helped a girl overcome her anxiety and participate in class discussions using the principles of exposure therapy as well as cognitive restructuring. Commitment to healthy lifestyle. Apart from regular exercise, I also sleep healthily, always going to bed between 11:30 p.m. and 12:15 p.m. and getting up between 7:15 a.m. and 8 a.m., even during holidays. In fact, I often stayed up until 3 a.m. when I was in sophomore and junior years, but I regulated my sleeping behaviors using the setting vents. I cook most of the meals for myself. I enjoy soups and vegetables. I never fry food or drink any sugar drinks. Also, I do not smoke or drink alcohol. My interest in working with teenagers. Although I mentioned in the interview that I tend to be more interested in working with adults, I hope to clarify here that I'm also strongly interested in working with teenagers. As a teenager, I used to experience much anxiety and depression, and finally overcome them with psychological principles. I have great compassion for teenagers who are suffering from psychological problems. Therefore, I developed a seminar titled Improving Your Life with Psychology when I was volunteering in a junior high school for my students. The goal of my course was to introduce the basic concepts of cognitive behavioral therapy and provide ways to alleviate psychological distress. I also worked for over a year for a nonprofit organization that is dedicated to liberal arts education for teenagers in rural China. Actions I am taking and have taken. I am always improving myself. By the end of May, I will have finished a counseling course. In addition, I have started implementing my own Wellspring weight loss plan, which I believe will help me better understand the difficulties campers may encounter, as well as the plan itself. I will be more than happy to tell you about my progress at a later time if you are interested. I sincerely hope that I can join Wellspring in this coming summer. I had planned to volunteer again in rural China for 5 weeks and spend the rest of the summer with my family. But as soon as I talked with my friend Sarah, a former behavioral coach at Wellspring, and read about Wellspring's approach, I decided to stay here in the US. Your camp is definitely my first priority. Thank you for viewing this video. I would greatly appreciate an opportunity to be trained and work as a behavioral coach at Wellspring. I always deliver good results. Thank you.